Psychedelics for trauma therapy, for anxiety, for depression, for addiction. What are some of the main functions on the brain that psychedelics has that helps to potentially improve these symptoms? So let's break it down. When somebody is suffering from any disruptive thought pattern, so let's consider anxiety, let's consider depression, let's consider being addicted to certain thought patterns. So we're addicted to thinking in a negative way. We're addicted to thinking in a self-deprecating way. Maybe we have other addictive thought patterns, which, by the way, also include eating disorders. So that would be eating disorders, that would be alcohol, drugs. It could also be porn addiction. Think of cigarette addiction, being addicted to your phone, to watching too much TV. All of these things are actually thought patterns where even in brain scans, you can see that these thought patterns have certain types of ways of kind of looping around and around and around in a circular way of thinking. And so bringing this back to psychedelics, one of the main functions of psychedelics is that it shuts down the default mode network of our brain. So we default to thought patterns all the time, right? We default to, this is the way I think about myself. This is the way you think about the world. This is the way you think about certain people around you. These are just the ways that you think because these thought patterns are circular and they go over and over and over again, and they start again anytime that you think about them. But when we take psychedelics, we turn off that default mode network part of our brain, and suddenly there's this super weird and sometimes overwhelming experience of suddenly seeing these things around you, and whatever it is that you're addicted to, whether it's the anxiety or the depression or the other types of addictive thought patterns, suddenly you have no more connection to them anymore. And you look at that thing and that pattern from an entirely fresh perspective and you think, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why do I have this association with anxiety? Why do I have this association and this thought pattern with depression? And that's why people take psychedelics for end-of-life care and for palliative care, because they know they're going to die soon, and it's very difficult to come to a conclusion where someone's okay with death, where someone's okay with dying. And so, we're just worried right now about depression and anxiety because some people have to become okay with dying, right? So the reason why psychedelics help in such extreme situations, and also with anxiety, also with depression, is because it turns off that DMN, that default mode network, where we suddenly can think in very different, very creative, and very new ways about very old thought patterns. And so that's something very interesting. I thought I'd share it with you guys. And if you are interested, we do have the Psychedelic for Trauma Healing program that helps to prepare those who are going to be taking psychedelics with a therapist, and also helps them to do the integration afterwards. I hope you guys like that.